unified demands. Maritime's just... ugh. Maybe I should take it anyway, since we are going to be trading quite a bit. Take maritime and trade. Naval tradition, ship combat, global ship repair. Jake, seriously, now that maneuver 100% removes river crossing pen. Heck. Pardon me. Leader maneuver seems pretty nice. Just not feeling it, to be honest. You know what, I practically never take influence, and even though I don't have any vassals at the moment, maybe I should consider making some fairly sizable vassals and marches, so we'll take influence, that's what we'll do. But I'm really torn, because I want quality as well. So, what'll I do? What'll I do? I think what I want to do... And this may take a moment, so it's kind of ruins the moment where I go, I think I want this. So just kind of talk amongst yourselves for a moment. Just talk amongst yourselves for a moment. Ah, typical. You practice it for a while and then when you want to do it, it just won't happen. This is why I'm glad that Paradox introduced the whole you can remove your idea group for free. Clicking intensifies indeed. We'll get it. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I think it'll help if I zoom in, perhaps. Boy, this is now starting to get embarrassing. I don't want to explain it when I can't do it. That makes me look real unprofessional. Although this is already looking pretty unprofessional. Alright, we'll try it when the game's in motion then for a change. Gotcha! 2 ideas for the price of 1. Whew! Okay, maybe when I upload that I should cut out the 5 minutes of me fumbling around like a... Yeah, there you go. You can get 2 ideas during one moment. There we go. We now have quality and influence at the same time. The way it works is that you want to very quickly... You want to hold down return and click on 2 provinces, 2 idea groups at pretty much the same time. And you get them both. The game goes, we need to give them both of these things, and it just gives you them both. You can't take your next idea group until you unlock 17, so you can't get around it. But what you can do is you can get 9 idea groups. When you go for your last one, if you quickly select 2, you'll get both of them, and it'll stick down here. And it'll look pretty cool. Maybe I could show that up. Nah, no point. We're in the Iron Man game now. So this works just as it normally would. So we can get the tribute system. We can get more income from our vassals. Although I really don't need it, so why bother right now? I would like that. Reduce power cost though. Alright, anyway, let's get our levy en masse. And we'll get our young conserve. And this is going to radically improve our manpower. We all know I love those. If I didn't want influence, I could get rid of it. But, we'll take influence. It's pretty good. Yeah, I could have gotten quality and defensive. The thing is, it only really works unless you can somehow arc your cursor around like that very quickly. You can only get two groups that are adjacent to each other or diagonal. So I could have gone... I could have easily gone with maritime, or I could have gone offensive diplomatic, offensive trade, defensive diplomatic, aristocratic espionage. But I did not. What we have is what we see now. So there we go. That is my little trick. And there you go. Free idea groups. I've had that one for a while, but I was hesitant to use it in an Iron Man stream because you saw how many times I failed it. Before 1.8 came out, I would have had to just take the loss and be like, oh well, I can't attempt this trick again until I get another idea. But now that you can abandon them, it's kind of risk-free. You can just... The great thing about it is you can pause and do it. We used to call it the autosave glitch because it was easiest to do on an autosave, but I practiced doing it when the game was just paused instead of autosaving. Autosave generates more lag, so you're able to do it easier. But I wanted to be able to do it when paused. So there you go. There is a little exploit to get 2 national ideas during just one of your technologies. Enjoy and use responsibly. Let's keep that Shekel looting going. Although I could probably murder you. What are you? Infantry. Yep. Let's get murdering doing. Jake, how about an EU4 task that takes 8 idea groups at admin 4? I don't think it works for anything more than 2 inputs at once. I haven't tried, but that's what I think. Tool-assisted speedrun world conquest. You're insane. Why stop at 8? Take all idea groups at once. Actually, I was able to bug it out. No, why didn't I say this earlier? I was able to bug it out on an autosave and get 3 idea groups at the last one. Unfortunately, the game doesn't like it when you cancel the idea groups at the very end. So I had 1 idea group that was actually useless. So I think you're limited to 9 idea groups. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's get these folks over here. There is another centre of trade that I'm really after. That is how to idea. 611, the devs just joined. Okay, well, if you wanted to see the trick, you missed it. Go watch the VOD or watch it on YouTube. I actually... I can't take all the credit there. There was a guy called Stefano who said maybe we can do things on autosaves. Was it Stefano? Jeez, I'm going to feel real bad if I got that wrong. In any case, I knew about it during 1.7, and I was thinking about using it. And then one of the devs said some very disparaging things about my exploits, so I said, okay, I'm going to save this one for after Art of War. See how you like it. Perhaps it was very immature of me. Too bad. Jake, don't you feel bad that you let such an awesome exploit out in the wild and they're just going to get patched? Not really. I mean, exploits just want to be free. Alright, looks like we're doing fine and dandy for getting all this. It's a shame that these provinces are full price. If I had only fleshed out expansion fully, I'd be able to use overseas or whatever the conquest cassis is on these pathetic backward nations. How do I go about making a macro for that? Well, there you go. Enjoy your ideas. Like I said, it's not going to break the game. You're not going to suddenly be able to conquer the world now that you can have one extra idea group at the very end of the game. Or quickly take 2 idea groups. They're still going to cost you things. But I think it's really cool. Grow, my pathetic vassal. Why don't you actually kill someone for once? Now these guys are allied to somebody I've never heard of, and I highly doubt they're going to make it over here. So would you mind destroying them as well, please? Oh, it'll increase piety as well, although it's already at 100. Maybe I should wait then. I'll wait until I take a piety hit. So let's carry ourselves down the temperate path. Somebody is thinking along the right lines. Is this usable for anything else? It is heavily abusable. I remember when I did Genoa and I got negative cost for my fleet. I could have done that as almost any nation that has minus ship cost as part of their ideas, because you can double up war taxes. It'll cost you 100 ducats, but 100 military points, but for 2 years you'll get minus 40%. Maintenance on both army and navy. So make of that what you will. Me, I think it's really cool. You don't think potentially getting religious exploration quantity at Admin 4 isn't going to break the game? You still got to pay the points for them. Best case scenario is that you can play a good colonizer and you can take exploration and expansion instantly and get 2 colonists. Even then though, you don't have quest for the new world. Damn, it's good to be king. Jake, can you cancel and repick the first idea group of the 2? It makes the second one go down, if I'm mistaken. You know what? I never even thought about that. That would be quite funny. You might be able to chain them all the way down and get all of them just by having one here and the other one there. It's worth trying. Hey, give it a go. I just come up with the exploits. You can build on them all you want. I encourage such actions. Jake, do you think you could duplicate armies by having them move to 2 provinces at the same time? I highly doubt, because of the way the game stores armies, that that's even possible. Now, Vijay, I want this province and this province. It's not going to be expensive. It's a shame I can't humiliate you, but that's all I want. Sawa down. Let's keep the train going. We're not going to be taking religious in this run. At least I don't think we will. Jake, give Castile's enemies subsidies to get more power projection. Now I'll wait for a fight with the Mamluks to get my power projection up. The Ottomans still seem fairly involved there. I should be getting that cannon down here to help out with this siege. No, it's going fine outside. How long are you going to be streaming for today? Well, I'm not even in the least bit tired, but I need to be back in court for jury duty at 9:30. So we'll say we'll stream till midnight, which is 1.5 hours from now. Gives us time to get our Asian trading groove on. Jake, do you think it would be possible with a macro to instantly get all 9 ideas? I don't know. Give it a go. I don't use macros. I couldn't tell you. The only thing I use is an auto clicker. I mean, that's just great in general. There are so many times that I'm just like, oh, this is going to be a pain. Hold on. Click button. Done. Another one bites dust. So here's a question. Do we continue expanding along these tropical lands? Bear in mind, I'm not interested in this land here. Or do we do something else? Well, there are these provinces, but I can take them at any point. There's no rush on those. Might be an idea to make Madagascar some kind of priority, because it's another island that the Europeans can slingshot off of. But in general, there's nothing here that I can take that isn't already horrible, except... yeah, there is you. You're a while away from Diego Garcia, but I could still try and explore around here. In fact, if I had the 20% extra range man, which I do not, then I could be checking that out as we speak. Also, oh yes, I know you're expensive, but I love having traders. Plus, gives us something to spend it on here. Yeah, all those vassals we have. Okay, 2 provinces, all your money. Give me some war reparations as well whilst we're at it. You seem to make plenty of dosh. Other than that, we're A-okay. I'll take note that it is 131 to annex you, not that I have any intention to do that. So now I'll be able to forge claims all along here, here, and here. So I'll even be able to fight the other Indians. Couldn't be better. We'll instantly make them into trade companies because that gives us 100% extra trade power, and given that these already have bonuses, that's a terrific, excellent thing to add to it. Hold on a sec. Okay, never mind. We'll get them cored instantly. It's tempting to give them autonomy, but because it's overseas I can't do that. Oh, that's disappointing. I don't have the points to. Make Valandu a core. I'll get right on it, especially if you give me some free admin for it. We'll probably get some revolts here, but we can deal with that. Let's get claiming like crazy though. Because I want these provinces, particularly these centres of trade that are expensive. But I think in the end I'm going to want all these coastal provinces. And I definitely want Cochin back. I can't believe it's 1 base tax. So give me Cochin. Give me... just give it all to me. I want it all. Hey, I just popped in. What's happened thus far? Well, welcome, Zenoneria. Sorry, probably butchering your name. I can't even blame it on being that late right now. Still involved in that huge war. It's going to be pretty difficult to call Ottomans into this. I could pay off their debt for them, but for what purpose? Found the Indian Trade Company. Yes. Free merchant, better global trade power, and some money. And we should put that merchant straight to work. You're already working there. What else can we do? We have quite a little bit of power here. We could collect. I wonder how much we'd get out of it. Embargoed by Persia. Okay, that's hurting. What is more, there are suddenly pirates here. I think they're my pirates. So the question is it worth the power projection or not? Quite like making ducats. Yeah, it's only 2. Forget that. We will protect our trade here. Protect Hormuz. DDR Jake, good night and good luck for the rest of the stream. Will do play tomorrow as well? Yes, I will do play tomorrow as well. could increase autonomy to get rid of that unrest. It would tick away nicely on its own, but is that really what I want? Speaking of things that I want administrative monarchy. And I'm only 2 ideas away from it. On the other hand, the lack of free unrest. A lot of things to consider there then. Okay, air. Time for you to prove your mettle in battle. Foreshock. Yes. We have a bit of unrest, mostly from overextension. We're going to have to fix that as swiftly as possible. +1 advisors is now really important now that it can unlock the Theologian. Theologian, too good. So everything's just going swimmingly. Oh, just swimmingly. Now, as I was saying, I want Tondai Nadu. Much of my administrative points are going to be ploughed into coring now because I need to take over this land. How are we doing in terms of our trade company? Somali, it's only 32%, but from 2 provinces, that's not bad. That's some fairly good power in Ceylon. We're able to punch it all over to the Gulf of Aden. And from there, we just make all the shekels. Glorious. Jake, don't forget that taking all the India's coastline will mean potential conflicts with the European powers. You make that sound like it's a bad thing. That's what I'm after. Okay, Treaty of Westphalia time. The war of religion in the empire has ended inconclusively, with the 2 sides having assembled in the city of Munster in Westphalia to sign a compromising peace. According to the terms of peace of Westphalia, the confessional faith of each state shall be determined by its ruler, according to the principle, whose realm, his religion. How lovely and historical. But that means the Ottomans are now at peace. As soon as they pay off that debt, and it is the debt that's the only thing stopping them, they'll be wanting to fight the Mamluks. So I need to keep an eye on that Ottoman debt. If it gets close, I'll probably pay the difference just so that I can be sure that I'm the one calling them in. Because I don't want any border friction between myself and the Ottomans. This... oh, damn, no. They still have their alliance. Some people were complaining about the so-called unholy alliance between the Ottomans and Timurids. I wonder what's changed to cause that. It's not like they have historical friends. Also Persia. Oh my goodness, you are beyond huge. Tabaristan, on the other hand, they're still hanging on in there. They won't let generic national ideas stop their ambitions. South did not, and neither will they. Indeed, lazy colonist. What am I going to do with him? Could stick him down here. Oh. Yes! How many nieces do we have here? 6,000. We'll need something of an army to deal with that. 3 should suffice. Yeah, preferably if I actually don't be using the galley. Oh, jeez, just keeps getting in the way. Alright, what we're going to do then is we're going to select this galley and just scuttle it. And I'll wait maybe about 100 days or so before we start throwing troops over there. I don't want them sinking to attrition. Jake, give Otto's 2.5k shekels. Hey, what do you take me for? Ah, we'll get the quicker claims though, because I'm certainly making a lot of claims at this point in time. 108,000 manpower, thank goodness. Jake, can't you colonize Siberia? You think I should colonize Siberia? Could certainly beat Muscovy to it, but do I really want that land? I really don't think I do. I don't want to mindlessly blob here. I'm trying to learn the game. Some province called... oh no, Lasta. Wait, Lasta? Of course, it's the one that I'm trying to convert. And it's agitating the Patriots. And I'm not talking about football. I'm never talking about football. Funny, what are you agitating? Peasants. Well, you're certainly agitating them. Non-accepted culture is being a big part of that, but I don't want to spend 50 dip just to change that. Let's get that core on the go. And I need those claims, hombre. In fact, I'll just claim it all. I'm sure I'll be taking it within due time. Will you grab the Silk Road achievement for this run, Jake? Own all the silk. That's a difficult one to get. Maybe not difficult, but it's... well, you can do it as any country, so it's not quite as hard as Norwegian would, but it certainly is tedious. I mean, let's have a look at it. Trade goods. Silk. No, that's dye. Where's the silk? That is a lake, Jake. Those are naval supplies. Get your head on. Yeah, that's quite a lot of silk, and I think you can get silk in... No, silk is one of the only things that you can't get in colonies. At least I'm pretty sure that's the case. Okay, actually this would be pretty easy, especially for an Ottoman. Just conquer Asia. How hard could it be? Right, we're almost over there in Taiwan, so let's get these guys over there. Colonizing Siberia would get you that sweet, sweet fur deals. No, I don't want a blob. I'm happy with my little African Arabian empire, stealing all the shekels from China and Japan and Malacca. Jake, give money to your colonial nation. They can't beat natives without your help. Yeah, I'd love it if they would. They're not even forging a claim. Alright, I'm going to... Do they get expansion as their third idea then? I'll give them a little bit of subsidies. 8 ducats, or 9 ducats, that'll do them. I could just fight them for them, but... You know, that's not in the spirit of the game. Okay, Ottomans, I know you make tons of money. Gee, they're still 2,200 in debt. I'm not paying that off for them. Jake, please cross that new route through Africa. You mean this one? Yeah, I'm actually wanting to do that. And it's not tropical, it's only arid. In fact, on that note, why am I not eating you up? We'll get our claims on you. We'll take over all of our culture group here, and we will start eating our way into Africa. How about that? Africa for the Africans. I will probably eventually want to control the Alexandrian trade node, but that's for like my late game imperialistic style wars with the Ottomans, so I can just unleash the fury. You only dip 22 to use that insanely good imperialism Casus Belli. It's no longer tied to horrible things like what kind of government type you have. Okay, how are those claims coming along? Just give them all to me. Ugh, fish. Nobody wants fish anymore. Too many Protestants in the world. Okay, Amharan patriots are getting a bit uppity. Which I don't want, because Ethiopia's goddamn mountains. Jacob, you love shekels so much, why don't you play Victoria? Victoria has that old paradox game problem, in that it looks and handles like arse. Whew, thank goodness, I thought that was... See that having a problem with natives, I thought that was going to be the Taiwan province. But no, it's over here where they're pathetic. Another conversion done. The thing is, was that province the only one giving me those Ahmad and Rebs? I believe it was. So let's turn our attention